Teachers, have you ever celebrated a student making a 50 on a test or a quiz? I have, and let me tell you why. This brings back to a conversation that I had with a friend of mine, Dr. Raven, about what educators can learn from athletes. And my big takeaway from that conversation was how athletes are socialized to celebrate every small win on their way to success. This is a strategy we can implement in our classrooms in order to cultivate classroom community and build stronger student relationships, which I know it's the beginning of the year. I know you're hearing a lot about that right now. We all are. Think back to when I first started playing basketball for real, which was in like 9th grade. And because I was inexperienced, I didn't know really anything about playing. I couldn't even do a layup. And so the first time I made a layup, it was a celebration. First time I scored in the game, celebration. First time I fouled out, also a celebration. The point was to cheer on every step along the way. And that is something that you see with most athletes, with most teams, is this: we're going to cheer on every little piece of progress we make because we understand that there is no success, there is no championship without winning all the little things along the way. And incorporating that mindset into your classroom does wonders for students because they are not used to, in an academic setting, failure being okay. They're perceiving struggle as I cannot do this ever. When we cheer on their small wins, we help them to see that failure is not an end. It's really important because a lot of times as teachers, we know we give assignments that we intend for students to struggle on. We want them to engage in productive struggle. We are expecting that the first time they do it, they'll get things wrong, but we don't always communicate that to our students. And that's not something that they're just going to intuit about what we're doing. So if a student improves at differentiating between evidence and reasoning, that's a celebration. If a student starts participating in class a little bit more, I'm going to celebrate them. I might not do it in front of the class because that might embarrass them. I just might walk by and be like, I see you, you know? Or if a student makes a 50 after having made a 30 on the first exam, we're celebrating that progress because we're figuring out what works and we're making steps forward. If you're interested in more, I wrote about learning from athletes as educators, as well as 2 other strategies I use in my classroom to build community and student relationships on my blog. You can find that in my profile. Leave a comment for me with any questions you have and telling me if you think this is something that you would use in your classroom. Please share with a teacher that you think would find this useful, and happy teaching, y'all.